All right, thanks for tuning in to our first episode of Facebook Friend Offline with KDB Nation. And I'm here with a special guest. And, the whole purpose of the Facebook Friend Offline was basically to introduce you to some of the most influential personalities in the city of Austin and the surrounding areas, people that are making an impact in the community and they're doing something positive in the community so that we can encourage everybody to go out there and do something and get network with a lot of people in the city of Austin. So today I'm sitting with my man here. He's an author, right?
Yeah.
He wrote a couple of books. The one that I'm very familiar with is Walking into Fatherhood, right? So if you're a father out there, walking into fatherhood, and I love anger. I love anger. I love anger. It's another book that I wrote, and he's also a public speaker. He's a certified anger management specialist, and you've been certified by the National Anger Management Association,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And also he's been featured of many magazines such as Austin Family Magazine, Austin Family Magazine, and he's also the CEO and founder of an organization called Men in Me that basically encourage men to transform their lives by empowering their minds. So, man, please help me welcome my man, Isaac Rowe.
Oh man, thank you, man. Thank you for having me on the show, man. I'm honored, and thank you for all of you at home or at work still tuning in today. So I'm just glad to be here, man.
Thank you for being here, Isaac. So I want to go ahead and start by saying this because last time we spoke, I told you, I feel like I know you, but I don't.
Yeah, right.
Because we're friends on Facebook, right? I know you from your social media. I noticed that you're very active on social media, posting, marketing and things like that. And I ran because I know you were doing book signing in Austin for your book when your book came out. Austin, Killeen.
Yeah.
I know you were in different cities.
Different cities, yeah.
And I happened to be at the Half Price Book here in Austin.
Yes.
That's kind of like how we met. But being an anger management specialist, can you tell some of the viewers right now watching what exactly is a anger
Anger management specialist.
Anger management specialist? And for me, I really want to know, how did you get into it? What was the whole purpose behind it? How did it all get started?
How did it all get started? Oh, well, how did all that get started? I will go back to the beginning of in 2009. 2009. I would say 2009. I lost my job. Or got laid off. At the time, and it was a lot of things going on, and I was sitting at my computer, and this is kind of like how Man and Me kind of began and get to how to get to the anger. But there was something about fathers that needed to be there with their children. And as I saw some of my friends, they had children and their fathers weren't present. And you can see that void, you can see that hole that was missing in their heart. And it was like, somebody has to do something about this. Somebody has to go out there and like help these brothers be like, hey man, what's going on? Why are you not here? And so as I went into that, and I just branched out and just started working. And I wasn't even the best man at that time. I wasn't a father at that time. It was just something I knew I had to do. And as I started working with men over the years, I discovered that they were angry. They're angry about something. And when talking about how fathers aren't involved with their children's in their children's lives, like, well, there's something going on with me.
Yeah.
There's something going on with me that I feel not worthy or not valuable enough to be in their lives. And they were dealing with some angry roots.
So it's like it's an internal battle.
Yeah, internal battle. And it's like these angry roots that are there. I was like, oh man, I gotta dig off in it. And first I had to dig into myself and pull out the roots.
So for yourself, what was really going on with you at the time? What was the
a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. The book, I Love Anger.
Because I remember from Walking into Fatherhood, you talk about how, when your wife told you, I'm late. And you were like, what do
Yeah.
you mean you're late? Late for what?
Yeah,
And you're like, no, I'm late. And then you realize that you were about to be a father.
Yeah.
It was a mixed feeling, like happiness to be a father, to be responsible, but at the same time, anxiety.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like most fathers, or a lot of fathers, go through that same phase, because I went through that phase too myself.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So what was going to your mind?
Oh man, what? I'm responsible for this. You know what I'm saying? I'm responsible for another human being.
Yeah.
Like it's on me. Like I created this life, helped create this life, this being, this human being. And for that, I could see like a lot of fathers just kind of dropping off. And so in that, man, becoming an anger management specialist, getting involved with men and fathers, man, is a true honor and blessing to be able to work with these guys. So that's how kind of like I became and just started working in it and became it and studied it and just got it all out there. So
almost every, because I would consider you an entrepreneur, right? Almost every every person that decides to get into entrepreneurship or business or start a movement, they always get some type of resistance at the beginning, right? Because we have a tendency to believe that when I got involved in financial services, and I told people that I was going to quit my job to do it full time, people looked at me crazy. And I know there's a lot of people that go through the same thing. They think their friends and family are going to support them, but they don't get no support. For you, like, how was the transition? How did you get a lot of support for people that you like, or?
Let's say it like this: there were people that were supportive, and there were people that weren't supportive, right? And for those who weren't supportive, it hurt, because there were people that you thought that we were cool, that we was all this, and they're like, you know what, that's good, you doing that thing and everything, and all right, but there's no like support. Like, are you gonna like help me in this endeavor? Or are you gonna support me in this endeavor for financially or whatever? You're gonna buy from me, right? And for every person that wasn't supportive, there's another person that was supportive.
Okay.
And so in that, there's always pushback. And are you doing the right thing? Are you crazy? What's going on? Why would you want to do that? And it's just that's a part of it. How it's crazy to me how when you get a lot of feedback and congratulations and all this good stuff when you get a promotion at work, right? So, but when you start a business, you it's like crickets. Like, oh, that's what you're doing? I'm like, yeah, I'm starting a business. And since everybody's used to I got a promotion and congratulations, I said, you don't even know how much that promotion was. It could have been, the getting more responsibility don't equate to how much money you're going to get. It could have been a dime, you know what I'm saying? For that promotion, but they see progression, and that's good. But it's like, this is something that's of value. My job, if I'm progressing in that job, that you're 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, and I'm giving up something, and call it a sacrifice in a sense, to give up something that's of value for something of greater value, because I believe that I want something different and more based on my lifestyle as being an entrepreneur, as being a business owner. And so that's something more, because why? A business owner and entrepreneur, usually what we really want is a different type of lifestyle than waiting on that check every Friday or every 1st and the 15th, And so I'm like, I don't want to have other people place that value on me in a sense and say, this is how much you worth.
Do you think that it might be the people that sometimes they don't want to support you, they don't want to, and I'm not saying everybody has to participate in your dream because it's your dream.
Right.
But do you feel like maybe sometimes it's coming from fear? People are like, oh, that's what you want to do. It's like maybe they're projecting their fear on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, oh, I don't know if I can do it, so let me tell them that it's not possible to do it.
They will definitely say that. Fear of, they know, and they've probably seen people who have failed. And it's not, being an entrepreneur is not for the weak-hearted, the weak-minded. Like, you gotta really know what you're doing, and this is something you really want to do. And and obviously people have seen people fail, start businesses and fail,
Yeah.
and all that good stuff, and they just really try to like protect you in a sense that we don't want you to fall.
Yeah,
you know.
I think it's 90% of businesses fail within the first 2 years or something like that. So I think that's one of the reasons why people are very afraid. But what about so as far as business, we're talking about businesses and things like that. So did you always knew that you wanted to be an entrepreneur? You wanted to work for yourself? You wanted to do something? Or is it something that kind of like what happened with you being laid off? Were you kind of like forced into entrepreneurship, or you always had it in the back of your mind?
Yeah, I always had it kind of in the back of my mind. I wanted to like just do what I wanted to do, but I just didn't know what that really was. I didn't know what it was.
Still searching.
Yeah, still searching on what that was.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to school, got my degree, all that good stuff, and came out, I'm like, well, I just want to at least get something where I can eat.
Yeah.
Because I was
like,
I should let me get something so I can have something I can put food on my table.
Yes.
Let's do this, and then we'll figure out that other stuff and kind of play with it later. And so I was like, okay, let's do this. And so, what else? I guess after I got the degree, and I went, I guess food was very important to me. And growing up from where I grew up kind of poverty neighborhood and environment, and so we went without food. And so, growing up in that environment, the only thing I really wanted to do was like make sure I vowed to myself that I would never go hungry again. And so me going in and get that degree and being able to provide that type of at least food and shelter was very important to me. Okay. So yeah.
Where'd you grow up? What is that?
I grew up here all around in Texas, like Austin, East Side, surrounding areas outside of San Antonio, born in Brownwood. So it's just not very good neighborhoods and good environments. But and I just wanted to do something more. And I always knew there was something in the back of my mind to be an entrepreneur, and it kind of struck when I got laid off and I realized I didn't have no control really over like my money, right? And so, and then that trigger, like, oh crap, I ain't got no money. The thing that I built myself to get the degree and all that good stuff of getting food, putting food and shelter and all that, is like, well, this is crumbling down because I only got like 2 more months of rent left. Yeah. We gotta eat less, you know what I'm saying? Unemployment don't get do so much. Yeah. And all these hopes and dreams that I had to be in there, to move in the company are not there. Yeah. And I have no other stream, no other income.
It was like a reality check.
Yeah, reality check. And it's like, oh man, I can't do this. Like I gotta have something. I need to have like a backup plan for the backup plan. I can't just go out there and like, I'm just gonna wait on my check. Where my money? Yeah. I'm like, nah, you need to go. You got to be in control of your money.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Be in control and be actively involved in how your cash flow is coming in to provide for your family. So
there's statistics that shows that for the past 20 or 30 years, cost of living has almost tripled or doubled. Right? And you think about everything that we buy, food, gas, even the price of buying a house, everything has tripled or doubled or tripled. But when we look at income, for the last 20 or 30 years, income has been exactly the same. So we're making the same amount of money, but everything is more expensive. Yeah, absolutely. So me, when I looked at this, when I got out of school, it took me about 3 years to get a job. When I finally got my job and I started working as an accountant, I was like, man, this is it. I look at my paycheck. When you're single, you don't really see what's going on. Yeah. But when you start having kids, you have a family, you're like, man, life is expensive.
Yeah.
And I know that if I were to stay at this job I'm not saying it was a good job. This is a job, but I need to do something on the side.
Right.
So and it's good to talk about the good part about entrepreneurship because you can have the freedoms if you make it, but because I consider myself to be at the beginning stage of my entrepreneurship journey, it's good to talk about the good, but what about the bad? Because I think a lot of people don't hear about, like the part where you need to have grace, right?
Yeah.
Things don't go out the way they're supposed to go, and things are tough. What are some things that you've learned right now that you wish you have known when you first started?
What I have learned or known when I first started. I think I would like to have found or searched for a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I could have prevented, if I were to do that, I guess I went looking for it and I didn't probably see it around me as a good mentor for me for where I am trying to go.
Yeah.
And so I can prevent some of the bumps and bruises and the pitfalls that I had to like go through, the challenges that I had to go through. Mm-hmm. And so for that, I feel like I'm okay with having some, I want to be able to feel some of those challenges and actually fall, but like, hey, what do I do now versus like, man, I just hit a brick wall. I don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. And so that guidance and having a mentor is what I would go back and like, man,
that's a good point.
Guide me through this path. I must still go walk my journey.
Yeah.
But guide me through this path and like, okay, you hit this. Make sure you look to the left.
Yes.
Go over here.
Yes.
I'm like, I got blindsided.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you got to get up because it's over here on the left. Get up.
Yeah.
And I'm stay down so long. I don't want to move anymore. So having a good mentor, man, is something that I would definitely go back and.
So for some of the viewers watching right now, right? Maybe they have the job that they're not very happy with, or they're happy at the job but they want to make more income.
Right. They
want to make more money. They want to transition into entrepreneurship, sales, business. What are some advice that you can give them as far as don't quit your job yet?
No,
don't quit your job. I would nenever recommend anybody to just quit their job. Don't quit your job. What are some things that you can start doing on the side so you can just prepare yourself? Because not everybody, a lot of people like their job, but they just want to do something on the side. So what would be your take on that?
My take on that, as far as that, is know your why. Know your why, because it's different. If you want to go out and just do something just to be doing something, I can't measure how long that's going to last. Are you going to hate that too? If you do hate your job or you do like your job, you want to get something that you don't like or you dislike just because you're trying to make money. It's going back to the why. Why am I doing this? What is the purpose of why I'm doing this? Because all of my motive and my drive am I passionate about it? Is that what I really want to do? Is it worth it to me?
Yes.
Can I count the cost of what it's going to take, the TME, the time, money, and energy? Yeah. Am I going to count the cost in that away from my family? Mm-hmm. So I got to sit here and wake my kids up in the middle of the night because I'm out here getting it. Mm-hmm. And when we talk about just grinding, just to stay busy, just to be busy, we're talking about effective grinding, like you are making moves, you are strategically planning because this is what your why, you're making it happen. Yeah. And count the cost on that. Are you able to count the cost on what you're willing to sacrifice to get to where you say you want to be or where you want to go? I know that's probably a little transparent, but but that's people need to know the truth. Yeah, that's the truth. Like know your why. Why am I doing this? My goal is not to now. I used to think that it was money. That I was like, I need to get more money so it doesn't happen again. I had to change my mindset because I was always focusing on money and the money's already there. Yeah. The thing is, I need to check my heart on my why and why I'm driven and passionate about this thing. Yeah. And am I serving others? Is that my why? I'm serving others and I'm providing a service because I really want to help people. That's my why. If I want to help people, that's what it is. And then from that, because in order for you to be in business, people have to value your product or service, right? That's true. But if I am doing this and I put my time, money, and energy into this, and people see that, they recognize that he places value on that, right? And as you're moving and they see that you are operating from your product and service, that you value your clients or you value those people, then they're like, okay, he really truly values that. And so now I got to say, well, it is valuable now. Outside looking at it, like, now it is valuable. Yeah. Oh, your product, your product and service is valuable now. Yes, it is. And so by me just operating out of serving others and helping others was the drive. The money came.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The money came. They're like, hey, would you like to, get this contract? Would you like to do this? How much would you like? Give us a number.
So you stop focusing on the dollars.
Yeah, start
focusing on the value.
The value, the impact that you really want to have. The impact that you want to do is, I want to help these people. I want to do that. I want to do that. As you're doing that, people stop you along the way, like, hey, could you come over here and speak for such and such? Could you come over here and do that?
So you don't even have to chase it.
You don't even have to chase it. It's coming to you.
Yeah.
I was at I had a meeting, a consultation, and they wanted to know more about. They want to know more. He was a licensed practitioner and counselor, and they wanted to know more about what I do and how I do it, like how I do it. You know what I'm saying? And based on my consultation, she bought like all my books and gave me my consultation fee straight in cash. Now, I wasn't going to, I told her what I normally do, but I said through the relationship and how the referral was, my goal was only to help. And I carved out the time so we can be able to meet at Starbucks and we can have this meeting. You can ask me whatever, because I'm here to serve first.
Okay.
And she threw money at me. She pulled out cash out of her purse and she went like this and she kept throwing money at me because she's like, how much is it? I was like, well, usually I charge her. She went like this and boom, boom.
Wow.
Like that. You wouldn't tell me. All I did.
You weren't even expecting
I wasn't
that.
expecting that. I wasn't trying to. She was just like, you got books? I'll go buy it online. Send the links. Blah, 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 all this. And she just gave me all my feet right there in front of me in cash.
Interesting.
Wouldn't you like to walk out with almost $100 just sitting there?
That's interesting.
Just by sitting there, by sitting there talking, having coffee.
Yeah.
So I'll say, know your why.
Know
why you are doing this and counting the cost on this.
Yeah.
Because whether I got paid or not, I take value and I take pride in what I do. And I know my why. And as that, I do want to get paid now. I do want to get paid. I do want to get paid.
For free.
I nobody wants to, but at the end of the day, I know you got to kind of judge that based on things, because you don't want to, through all that. But that's for me. For me, this is what I do. I operate out of my design. I know my why. So when I'm going forth, it just kind of comes. Okay. So for me, I've seen it for others. I have seen it for others. But when you see it, I like people who are passionate and driven like you. Yeah. And as you are just going forth, man, people are like, man, I like you. You're attractive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're attracting, and people are like, man, I need to get with you. I don't know why. I need to just gravitate. Yeah, they gravitate to you, man. So that's what I was saying. I know it's the long version. The long transparency version.
I hope you're liking this, because I'm enjoying it. So next thing I want to talk about is your book, right? So we got Walking into Fatherhood, right? Sometimes I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
And then I Love Anger, right? And then also, I didn't even know about this one until you brought it up. I Love Anger for Teens. So you not only helping fathers and other people out there, you're also helping teenagers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's something that you're doing with your wife and things like that.
Yeah.
So for those of you watching live right now, either you're watching live or you're watching a replay. And by the way, if you're watching live, make sure that you let us know. Let us know where you're from, where you're watching from. And if you're watching this on replay, you can just type replay. But this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. And Isaac, tell me if you're okay with that.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna pick. If you go ahead and share this video and you leave a comment on this video, we're gonna send you a free copy of a book of your choice. So if you like to have, and by the way, you have to be living in Austin. Can we do it? Can we do it outside of the state or just Austin? Outside of Austin?
We can do outside of Austin.
We can do outside of Austin. But in the US.
Yeah, in the US.
Okay.
Yeah, in the US. No international. We can.
No international. If you live in the US and you comment on this video and you share it, we're gonna pick a winner. And if you're one of those winners, probably gonna be the first 3 to post, leave a comment and share the video. We're gonna choose a winner, and then we're gonna send you a free copy of your book of choice, whether it's Walking into Father. I like this book cover.
Yeah,
it's really cool. So either it's Walking into Fatherhood, or I Love Anger, or I Love Anger for Teens. So make sure that you leave a comment and then you put the video. And Isaac, it's been a pleasure, man.
Thank you.
You know,
man.
I appreciate you having here. You know, I'm sure some of you have got a lot of value from this, and thank you for your time,
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man.
All right, thank you.